In this videotape, we will develop a method for subtracting integers. Whatever technique we develop, however, must be consistent with the rules that we already have for subtraction of natural numbers. Let's go over a simple subtraction problem. 8 take away 5 is 3. Okay? Now, originally, when you study subtraction, it was defined in terms of addition. That is, 8 take away 5 is 3 because 3 plus 5 equals 8. This is the way subtraction of natural numbers works. 8 take away 5 equals 3 because 3 plus 5 equals 8. So it will be very important for us to understand addition before we study subtraction. Okay? It would be a good idea if we would review the rules for addition of integers or signed numbers before we start with subtraction. Are different. First of all, mentally block out the signs. Then subtract the smaller unsigned number from the larger. And finally, prefix the sign associated with the larger of the two unsigned numbers. Let's look at this example. We are adding up two numbers. The signs are different. We block out the signs. We subtract the smaller from the larger, 3 from 5 to give 2. Then we look at the sign on the larger, which was 5. That had a plus sign, so the answer is plus 2. Over here, we want to add a minus 5 and a plus 3. We block out the signs, subtracting 3 from 5 to get 2. Then the larger number is the 5. It had a minus sign, so the answer has a minus sign. If you need a further review on addition of integers, you can view the preceding videotape. Okay, and we will continue our problem of trying to develop a technique for subtracting integers. Over here, I have transcribed the 4 addition problems that we just worked out in a horizontal fashion. Okay, this was the plus 5 and the plus 3 giving us the plus 8, the minus 5 and the minus 3 giving us the minus 8. We were adding up numbers with the same sign here and here. The first and the last, we're adding numbers with unlike signs. We subtract the 3 from the 5. Here we get plus 2 because the 5 has a plus sign. Here we get minus 2 because the 5 has a minus sign. We will save these for future reference later on in this videotape. Okay, once again, remember the basic rule for subtraction that we had for the natural numbers was that if 8 minus 5 equals 3, that 3 plus 5 equals 8. Subtraction is defined in terms of addition. Okay, now let's try to work out some problems involving subtraction of signed numbers. Plus 5 take away a plus 3 is the simplest problem we will start with, because this is really just 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3, of course, we know is 2, since 2 plus 3 equals 5. Plus 5 take away a plus 3, of course, must also be 2 or plus 2. These problems are identical. Remember, if a number is positive, you don't have to put the plus sign in front of the number. Okay, plus 2 and a plus 3 gives you plus 5. Okay, for our next problem, let's try plus 5 take away a minus 3. We are looking for the answer to this problem. Plus 5 take away a minus 3. Let's go back over here and look at the plus 5 take away plus 3. I claim the answer was 2, and the check is that 2 plus 3 gives you 5. Okay, so whatever we're going to fill in here has to be some number which, when added to minus 3, will give you plus 5. 5 take away minus 3 is something. Whatever this answer is, must be true that this number added to minus 3 gives you plus 5. Well, if you think about addition of signed numbers, it doesn't take too long to figure out what must go in here. We want the answer to be plus 5. Let me tell you the answer, and then you'll look at it. I claim the answer is plus 8. Plus 8 and a minus 3. We will be adding numbers, different signs. We forget about the signs. We have 8 and 3. We take 3 from 8, we get 5. The larger number was the 8. It had a plus sign. The answer has a plus sign. Okay? This must be the answer to this problem. Plus 5, take away a minus 3, must give you plus 8. For another problem, let's try minus 5, take away plus 3. Minus 5, take away plus 3. Whatever goes here, whatever the answer to this problem is, it must be true that when you add plus 3 to it, you get an answer of minus 5. Okay, you want to put a number here so that when you add plus 3, you get minus 5. Okay, think about that for a moment. Try to figure out what number must go there. Well, I hope that you decided that the answer should be minus 8, because that's what it is. Minus 8 and a plus 3 gives you minus 5. Let's check that out. We're adding up two numbers with different signs. We block out the signs. We have the 3 and the 8. 3 from 8 gives you 5. The larger number, the 8, had a minus sign. Therefore, the answer has a minus sign. So the answer to this problem is minus 8. Let's write it in the horizontal fashion. Minus 5, take away a plus 3, gives you minus 8. Let's try one more problem to cover all the possibilities. Minus 5, take away a minus 3. Okay, whatever the answer is to this problem, it must be true that this number added to minus 3 gives you minus 5. Okay, we want to add a number to minus 3, and the result here should be minus 5. Well, the number that we're adding to minus 3 to get minus 5 must be minus 2. Minus 2 and minus 3, two numbers with the same sign. We add up the 2 and the 3, we get 5. We prefix the common sign, and we get minus 5. So the answer to this problem, minus 5, take away a minus 3, is minus 2. Now, we have worked out 4 small problems involving subtraction of signed numbers. If we collect our results, we'll be able to formulate a rule for subtraction of signed numbers. You might have noticed that the answers to these 4 problems were 8 and minus 8, 2 and minus 2, which were also the answers to the 4 addition problems we worked out a little earlier. Let's put these 4 subtraction problems next to the addition problems that we have over here on the third board. The answer to the first problem was equal to 2. If you remember, the first problem was the one in which we subtracted plus 5, take away a plus 3. The first problem that we just worked out in subtraction, plus 5, take away a plus 3, gave us an answer of plus 2. Okay? Since the answer to this addition problem was also plus 2, let's put these two things equal to each other. The second subtraction problem that we worked out was plus 5, take away a minus 3. This resulted in an answer of plus 8, And since the second addition problem here also had an answer of plus 8, we can put these two things equal to each other. The third problem was minus 5 take away a plus 3. And the answer was minus 8, which was also the answer to this addition problem. And finally, the last problem that we just worked out over here, minus 5 take away a minus 3. This gave us a minus 2 answer, where we'll put it over here. Minus 5 take away a minus 3, and we get minus 2. What we've done is linked up the 4 subtraction problems to the 4 addition problems that we worked out a little earlier. They have the same answers, and we're going to see if we can't find some kind of pattern in all this. In each of the subtraction problems and the addition problems, the first number is the same. Plus 5 here, plus 5 here. Maybe it'll help you to see it a little better if we put some parentheses in here. These are not necessary. These are optional parentheses. The first number we left the same. Plus 5, minus 5, minus 5. In each case, the subtraction was changed to an addition. And the second number, that is a number being subtracted, was changed to the opposite. Plus 3, the opposite was minus 3. Minus 3, the opposite is plus 3. Plus 3 to minus 3, minus 3 to plus 3. So it seems that we might be able to develop a rule like this. If you want to subtract two numbers, A minus B, you seem to get the same answer if you change the subtraction to addition and you change the second number to its opposite. And this, in fact, will be our rule for subtraction of signed numbers. I will write it down in words in a few moments. But see if you can follow through on the letters here. A minus B. This indicates a subtraction. A take away B. In all of these problems, and in all problems, get the same answer if instead of subtracting B from A, you add to A the opposite of B. This is what we did here. We left the first number alone. The A is left alone. The subtraction was changed to addition, and the number being subtracted was changed to its opposite. The first numbers are left alone. All the subtractions changed to additions. The second number in each case changed to its opposite. This will be our rule for subtracting signed numbers. We will do it in terms of addition. Let me write the rule down for you. To subtract signed numbers. Or integers. 1, change the subtraction to addition. 2, change the sign of the second number. 3, follow the rules for addition. Let's look at these examples once again with the rule. In the first problem, plus 5 take away plus 3. We change the subtraction to addition. We change the sign of the second number, or write down the opposite of the second number. So it's plus 5 plus a minus 3. And we already know how to add sign numbers. Plus 5 take away a minus 3 becomes plus 5. Change to addition, plus the opposite of minus 3 is plus 3. Minus 5 take away a plus 3 becomes minus 5 and a minus 3. And finally, minus 5 take away a minus 3. The subtraction gets changed to addition. the minus 3 to a plus 3, and then you add. Plus 7, take away a plus 10. Okay, now I've put the signs in, but you should get used to seeing a problem like this in this form. 7 minus 10 is really plus 7, take away plus 10. If a number does not have a sign attached to it, it must be a positive number. This minus sign is the minus sign for subtraction. Plus 7, take away a plus 10. To subtract, what we're supposed to do is leave the first number alone, change the subtraction to addition, and change the sign of the number being subtracted, or the second number in this case. Now we follow the rules for addition of signed numbers. Plus 7 and a minus 10. We are adding two numbers with different signs. We block out the signs, and we get 7 and 10. Okay, 10 take away 7 gives you 3. The larger number is the 10. It has a minus sign, so the answer is negative 3. Let's try another example. Just put the answer in a box here. Minus 5, take away minus 9. Okay, subtraction of signed numbers. First thing, we leave the first number alone. Subtraction gets changed to addition. The second number gets changed to its opposite. Minus 9 becomes plus 9. Now we'd like to add a minus 5 and a plus 9. Okay? Different signs. Block out the signs. We have 5 and 9. 9 take away 5 gives you 4. 9 is the bigger number. When you're talking about the numbers without their signs, it has a plus sign, so the answer is plus 4. Now let's try another problem. Minus 8 minus 12. Okay, now this must mean minus 8 take away a positive 12. This minus sign must be the prefix for the 8. This means the negative number, minus 8. This minus sign must mean subtraction, and the 12 is really a plus 12. Now, to subtract the signed numbers, we change the subtraction to addition, and we change the sign on the second number. We are now adding a minus 8 and a minus 12, adding numbers with the same sign. You block out the signs. 8 and 12 gives you 20. The common sign minus. The answer minus 20. We can also use these rules for adding or for subtracting more than two numbers. If you have, say, minus 8 plus 4 minus 3. We could have additions and subtractions mixed up together. Okay, now let's interpret this. Minus 8 plus 4 minus 3. This must mean the number minus 8, we will add to it plus 4, and then we will take away a plus 3. Okay. 4 does not have, this must be the plus for addition. 4 therefore must be plus 4. 3 must be plus 3, and this is the sign for subtraction. Okay, we can do this part of the problem and then subtract off the plus 3. Now, minus 8 and a plus 4, we're adding numbers, different signs. We block out the signs. We get 4 and 8. 4 from 8 gives us 4. The larger number 8 had a minus sign, so the answer was minus 4. Minus 4, take away a plus 3. All right, instead of subtracting, we change the subtraction to addition and the plus 3 to its opposite. Now we are adding a -4 and a -3. We block out the signs. 4 plus 3 gives us 7. They're the same sign, so we just add them up. 4 plus 3 gives us 7, and we put the common sign, the minus sign, in front. By the way, after a while, a problem like this, you'll be able to do almost totally in your head. You'll be able to say -8 and a +4, and that gives you a -4, and then -4 and -3 gives you a -7. You'll be able to do the arithmetic mentally, moving from left to right. Okay, let's try some more problems. -5 plus 8 take away, in parentheses, 4 minus 7. Okay, now according to order of operations, we will first handle what's inside the grouping symbol. Okay, first we will do this subtraction, and then we will move from left to right to get the final answer. -5, this is really a -5 plus a +8, take away, in parentheses, now this must be a +4 take away a +7. Okay, we can rewrite that as, let me change this parentheses to a bracket so I can use parentheses for the numbers. Okay, this is really +4 take away a +7. -5 plus a +8 take away. 4 minus 7 must mean a +4 take away a +7. -5 and +8 take away. Let's first take care of what's in the brackets. +4 take away a +7. Subtraction of signed numbers, we change the subtraction to addition and change the sign on the +7 to -7. -5 and a +8 take away. Now, to add +4 and -7, two numbers with different signs, we subtract 4 from 7 to get 3. And since the 7 was the larger of the two numbers and it had a minus sign, the answer has a minus sign. Okay, so for +4 and the -7, we get -3. Now let's take care of this. -5 and a +8. Okay, we have numbers, different signs. We block out the signs. We have 8 and 5. Subtracting, 8 take away 5 gives you 3. And since the 8 was the larger of the two unsigned numbers, it has a plus sign. The answer was +3. So we have +3 take away a -3. This gives you the +3, and from the brackets you had the -3. Now, one more subtraction. To do the subtraction, once again, we change subtraction to addition, and we change the sign on the second number, giving you +3 and a +3 for a final answer of +6. Let's try one last problem, mixing absolute value, which we studied in the tape on addition of signed numbers, in with the subtraction. Okay, the absolute value of 4 minus 7. This must mean the absolute value of +4 take away +7. In other words, first we will do a subtraction of signed numbers problem, and then at the end, after we get the answer, we will take the absolute value of that. Okay, +4 take away a +7 in absolute value. We work from the inside out. We change the subtraction to addition. We change the sign on the +7 to -7 to its opposite. And we have the absolute value of, Now, +4 and -7. Numbers. Different signs. We block out the signs. 4 and 7. 7 take away 4 gives you 3. And since the 7 was the larger of the two numbers, it had a minus sign. The answer has a minus sign. However, now we want the absolute value of that. The absolute value of -3 refers to the distance between the number -3 and the number 0 on the number line. Okay, the distance between -3 and 0 on the number line is +3, or 3 units. And this brings us to the end of the videotape on subtraction of integers. If you have any questions, feel free to view the videotape again or consult with a tutor in the math lab.